Before I get started with this video, I just want to say I'm building a free entrepreneurship community, and you can join that through the link in my bio. I'm trying to grow like thousands of members in there so we can all discuss our sort of ideas, pick each other up, motivate each other, help each other build a sort of brotherhood, of young entrepreneurs, or maybe sisterhood as well. If there's any girls watching this, it says only men watch my videos, so I don't know. But anyway, let's get started. So, if you're building a business, right? This is also advice for myself too, because I don't do this enough. But if you're building a business, right, once you've built it, you should just be like, especially when you're getting started, right, you've built your product, right? Instead of now focusing on like refining it and all this kind of stuff, what you should do is focus completely on outreach. Excuse me, I'm about to cough, that's why I said pause. Wait. Let me tell you a story, right? When I first built my first business, it was a clothing brand, and I made 4 pieces of clothing, right? And I was ready to launch, and I launched. And then as soon as I launched, what I did was I spent like half an hour a day making adverts, and I spent the rest of the time making more clothes. Now think about that, right? I made more clothes for my clothing brand that I just made the launch for, and I spent half an hour a day making they weren't even that good adverts, right? It's mini crappy organic adverts. Wasn't even paying to promote them or anything. Wasn't doing anything like that. I just make an advert, post it on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and that was it. Then I spent the rest of my day, like 8 to 12 hours a day, making more designs, upgrading my website, doing all this kind of stuff. And I was like, bro, why am I not getting any sales? Why is no one even seeing my clothes? Why is no one buying anything? I'm spending so much time building this clothing brand. These clothes look so cool. By the way, they actually didn't, because I was ass at designing back then. But anyway, why is no one buying anything? I've spent the past like 3 months building this brand, and then I realized after that business failed, because I just ended up I just gave up on it. I'll be completely honest. I just gave up. It was like 3 years ago. My first business, I just gave up. Didn't have a clue what I was doing. And I made that mistake with the second business I made, with the third business I made, with the fourth one, fifth one. Like I said, please excuse the coughing. My throat is horribly dry today, no matter how much I drink. But I just didn't, for some reason, I wasn't really doing outreach. I'll be honest, over time, I ended up spending like 1 to 2 hours a day on advertising. Instead of just half an hour, I spent like 2 hours a day. I'd make like 4 short videos a day, very low quality. And I was just like expecting, it'll go viral, because it's a clothing brand. Of course it'll go viral. Clothing brand videos go viral all the time. And what I realized is you don't deserve any views. You don't deserve any followers, any likes, anything. Because you are just one business on social media, which is full of businesses. And I'll be honest, right? 90% of people on there don't even want to see your business. They just want to be entertained. That's what most people use social media for now. It's entertainment. They don't care about business. So you're already naturally at a disadvantage, because your goal is to capture attention from people that aren't even looking for your attention, aren't even looking to give their attention to you. They're looking to give their attention to content that just sort of numbs the mind, and that's all people want to use, this Instagram Reels, they're just watching racism, bro. They don't care about your business. I'm not telling you to be racist with your business. That's not what I'm saying. Don't do that. I mean, I don't know if that'll work, to be fair. I just don't have the balls to try doing that. But anyway, what am I even talking about? Anyway, so you're already fighting for attention from people who don't even want to give it to you in the first place. That they already have they already don't want to give it you. Whereas entertainment content is like they're sort of passive. They don't want to, but they don't not want to. Whereas business content, they already don't want to, because they're not looking on social media to buy something. At least most people aren't anyway. 90% of people aren't. So the point of this video is, once you've made your product and it's worthy of selling, even before that, honestly, as you're building it, you've got to focus on marketing it already. If I'd have started my clothing brand and I'd spend like, instead of 8 to 10 hours a day building the designs and all that kind of stuff, which honestly, I'd sit there for 10 hours, but I'd probably only get 3 hours of work done anyway. So if I'd have instead spent 3 hours a day working on the clothes, working on the designs, the website, all that kind of stuff, I spent the rest of the time making adverts for it, it would have looked a lot different. I mean, I probably wouldn't have got any sales, probably would have just got roasted on Instagram Reels instead, because the designs have sucked, because I didn't have any experience in designing and stuff like that. But if I'd have spent more time on outreach, I probably would have made at least like a few sales, because people would have actually known about it, and I would have learned more about marketing over time. Excuse me. Because I would have failed more at making adverts. And we all know the more you fail, the more you learn, right? As long as you reflect well. So I would have made adverts, would have took inspiration from other adverts as well, because when you spend like 9 hours a day making adverts, you're going to run out of ideas, which is going to force you to search for ideas and learn and stuff like that, right? So like, you got to obsess over outreach completely, like all the different types, whether it's cold, whether it's warm, whether it's organic, whether it's paid, all this kind of stuff. You're just going to obsess over it. And you want people to know about what you're doing. You want to be shameless about it. You don't want to fear, what if they don't like it? What if they judge me? What if it's someone I know from school or something, or like my job or something, like for me? So people watch my YouTube channel on the crew room TV. Like, I don't care, bro. You gotta shamelessly promote your stuff, because one day, if you want this to pick up, you want this to work, you've gotta stop caring. You gotta promote this stuff like no tomorrow, bro. 8 hours a day advertising. Obviously, some people can't do that because they've got commitments, so they gotta make like college, job, whatever. But as much free time as possible has got to go into promoting what you're trying to build, or else it's not gonna build. The modern day technology, like with modern day technology, with social media, it means you have to have an online presence now. And you can't just rely on billboards or word of mouth anymore. You've got to create word of mouth through social media. So that's where all the words happen. People don't talk in person anymore. They talk online more than in person. So you've got, it's not just going to build itself. You got to go out there, make the adverts, make people care about what you're doing, learn how to capture attention. Now, this is not I'm not teaching you how to capture attention in this video. That's probably a video for another time. But this video is already getting long enough. Let me check how long it is already, because I'm actually curious. It's already, if I can open my phone, already nearly 10 minutes, damn. But probably won't be, because I'll trim the start where I messed up my words like 5 times. And I had to use different intros. But anyway, yeah, if you have something to sell, you need people to know that you have something to sell, or else no one's going to buy. It's as simple as that, right? So you've done the work now, you've built your product. Now you've got to shamelessly promote it all the time, like I'm doing with my free community that I mentioned at the start of this video. It's the first thing people say when they click on it. All right, that's my business. It's a free community with optional paid things in there that aren't necessary, but it's for people who want to take self-improvement seriously and entrepreneurship more seriously. Now, I'll be honest, I've not even finished building that community yet. I launched it 3 days ago after creating it 4 days ago, right? I built it one day, already opened it, get people in. It's not big right now. It's nothing special right now, but I'm promoting it as I'm building it, because at least it's like, say my clothing brand, for example, right? I could have had people ready to buy before I'd even made the designs. I could have had I could have started with a logo. You have to have something to start with, right? Or else there's nothing to generate an interest for. But I could have had people seeing the logo and be like, Obviously, it would have been a lot harder, but if I'd have started sooner, I would have generated some sort of presence, whether it's like 10 followers, it's still something, right? Then I would have created my first design, then I've already got people seeing this first design. I could have created designs that I could have been like, I'm going to release one of these 4 things, tell me which one you want released in the next couple months or something, right? It's already generating a sort of interest and interaction with something, even if it's not even ready to launch yet. You've still got people, you want people talking about your stuff, right? People interacting with it, people knowing about it. And the only way you get people knowing about it is if you make them know about it. They're not just going to magically stumble upon it. Not in the modern day. So, yeah, the message I want you to get from this video is to shamelessly promote your business every single day, your products every single day, as many hours as you can. Whether it's DMing people, commenting on posts, fucking anything, bro. So just sharing stuff on your story, making posts like reels, TikToks, slideshows, YouTube videos, anything, every single day. Hours and hours and hours, several videos a day, as much as you can. And then once you've run out of ideas, learn more about as well. If you're spending like 8 hours a day marketing, spend 4 hours a day creating, and 4 hours a day learning how to improve your creations. Simple as that. Every single day. Within a month, you're going to have such high quality adverts, I guarantee. So yeah, that's everything for this video. I'm going to stop waffling now. You get the point, I hope. But yeah, that's everything for this video. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to this channel and join my free community. You will not regret it, because it's gonna become something amazing. I promise. But yeah, without further ado, well, that's something you say at the start of a video. I'm just gonna end it now. Shut up. Jeez. I'll see you in the next one.